What's up, Team T, baby? How y'all doing? How y'all doing? How y'all doing? Hey, how y'all doing? Okay. Anyways, as you guys can see from the title, but I still love to tell you, today we're gonna talk about, you see, your girl's already thinking about food. No, we're gonna talk about how to stop binge eating, overeating, eating excessively because there's no reason for that. So binge eating is pretty much the term that we need today. So we're going to talk about that because it is a highly recommended question I get asked. I've went through this before myself, and in the past I actually, binge eating is considered a disease, I guess you can say. It's considered like a disease and people need help with it. And I've been through it myself, to be honest, 100% honest, as I'm always with you guys. In the past, I don't know if anyone knows this on here, but in 2014 I did a bikini competition, which I think I've told you guys this before. I did a bikini competition, and pretty much to just sum this up real quick, you restrict yourself so much on everything and it's so bad for your body. That's when previously I had chronic kidney disease and blah blah blah, etc, etc. That's another story. And you restrict yourself from eating so many things that you necessarily might want, and so then after, when you're done with the show, you're able to have them, then you kind of go on a binge and you just want to eat everything that you couldn't have necessarily because you're trying to look like this sculpture on stage. Anyways, so I personally have been through this myself, and I helped myself through this. So binge eating, overeating, etc. First of all, whether you're on a diet or you're not on a diet, or you're trying to lose weight or you're not trying to lose weight, you just have this problem with binge eating or overeating. I believe that it comes from many things. So one, I believe it comes from people who are on a diet and they restrict themselves because they're not balancing their life, because they don't know that they should, 80% of the time eat clean, and then 20% enjoy life. Like when you're craving something, enjoy life, but follow your goals, but still enjoy and live. Like, we have one life to live, so remember that tomorrow is not promised. So don't go and restrict yourself so much to things that you regret not having that. I never want to go a day of regret, and you never want to go a day of regret of not having something that you could have had because of this, or this. Now, that's going to help you already a lot. Is don't hold yourself back from certain things that you feel like you want to eat because of a diet or whatever. Some people go all week and do amazing, and then on the weekend they just smash and they kill it and they binge, they go all out, and it's like, oh, there goes all my goals, flush them down the toilet. That's a different story. You guys don't want to do that. You don't want to do great all week and then on the weekend just kill it. So maybe for some people, you might, it might help you more if you maybe go Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. Wednesday you're craving a cookie or something. Have one and then get back onto it, and just don't have 10 or 12. Have one, kill the craving, and then get back to it. Have your dinner, whatever you do, and then keep going along with your life in the week and whatever. But when you restrict yourself to where you tell yourself, I cannot have this all week until this day, when that day comes and you have that one, that's when people tend to binge, and they're like, oh my god, I miss this, I need this, I need more, I need more. So binge eating can come from, first of all, from restricting yourself from this diet and whatever. Another thing I believe binge eating comes from is some people take depression and being sad and being upset and go and binge eat and think that's going to make them feel better. Hunty, let me just tell you something. The food that you decide to put in your body, and you decide to overindulge in that food and put too much of that into your body, it's not going to do anything. And especially if you're depressed or you're sad or you're feeling a certain way, after you do that and you go binge and eat all this extra food because you thought it's gonna make me feel better because I'm upset right now, you are gonna feel 10 times worse after you've just eaten all that food. I promise you. You're gonna regret. Here comes the regret again. The regret comes back. You're just gonna feel so much worse because now you just were depressed and ate your life away, and now you're even more depressed because you're gonna gain weight, and now you're even more depressed because you regret that, and now you're even more depressed because now you're regretting. It's a freaking cycle that's just not mentally, stably, anything healthy at all. So next time you're sad, next time you're upset, next time you feel like I need food to help me with this, I know it's hard and it's easier said than done, but I've been through this. So try and first of all talk to somebody you love, or talk to your friends before you just go to the fridge and rely on food to make you feel comforting. That's what comfort food is for. So before you go and get your comforting from food, try and get your comforting from a family member, a friend, your boyfriend, your girlfriend, whatever, whoever it is. If it's work that's stressing you out, try and get that comforting instead of the food comforting, and you overindulge in that. And then maybe just talking to somebody can help you with, you know, slowly pulling out of that and realize that I didn't need to go eat all this food to make me feel better. Now, I would say that's a big one. Another one. Now, this one is huge because I've experienced this even after I was done binge eating. That boredom. Maybe not necessarily like always bored that causes it, but boredom, or you know, not doing, yeah, pretty much like bored, not doing something, or up too late. So when you're bored, what's fun to do? Eat. Yes, sometimes you might not even be hungry, but you're bored, so you just want to eat. It's just fun to eat. I mean, yeah, eating's fun, you guys. I'm obsessed with eating. I'm also not only a part-time chef and cook, and I cook all my meals every day, and I love to eat, and I always am thinking about food at breakfast to dinner to then when I go to sleep to when I wake up. But when you're bored, sometimes people tend to just eat because they're freaking bored. So you need to think about that. If you've already eaten dinner and you're full, and it comes a little bit, and you're like, oh my god, I still want to eat more, or I want this or I want that, take a second to just at least ask yourself, am I bored or am I really hungry? Half the time, or 99% of the time, your stomach is probably full, and you're probably full, but you're bored, so you want to go back in the kitchen and you want to eat more. So pause right there and just ask yourself, do I really feel hungry right now? Like, is my stomach growling? Do I feel like I'm hungry? Do I need food, or am I just bored? Okay, I'm bored. Let me get up, go do something, go do this or go do that, or if it's super late, let me try and take my ass to sleep, because that's probably what I should be doing instead of being in the kitchen cabinets, in the kitchen counters, eating and eating and eating until, again, I feel like shit after. So some people are lucky and they have a super fast metabolism, and they can eat whatever they want and they don't gain an ounce of fat or anything, and others don't have that problem where they eat and they gain it quicker or whatever, or you know, you're trying to gain muscle and you can't gain muscle, so you think you're just going to eat all this crap and it's going to help you. So those are the main things, you guys, that I really believe and feel like why people binge eat. And so try and just think about these things before the next time you go to overindulge in food. We're human, like, we are human bodies that we have one temple to take care of for the rest of our lives, and we have a beautiful life to live. So to just overindulge and stuff yourself with food is not healthy. And first of all, with bad food, it's really not healthy. But just to overindulge and stuff ourselves, it's sad to me that when I see people that are, you know, and I love everybody, but a little too overweight that don't want to help themselves, but then they just keep eating and eating and eating and eating their problems away. When truly, if you're overweight or if you have this or that, you can heal yourself through foods. Like, I healed myself through foods, through being plant-based. You can heal your body entirely, inside and out, your skin, your everything. I healed my kidneys, you guys. You can heal your organs, diabetes. So just so much. So just next time, I just want you to think about, before you go indulge or binge on food that is just literally going to go in, and if it's bad, sit there and just not be good for your body. Before you indulge in binge, just think about it. Okay, take a break during the week, have something that you're craving. If it's because you are on a restricted diet, if you're bored, take a second to just think, am I really bored or am I really hungry? Okay, if you're hungry and your stomach's growling, then go eat. But if you're just bored and you're literally like full and you don't feel like you need more food, then try and stop there and try. It's all literally in your head, you guys. Your heads will play games with you, so you just got to be careful with that. Just talk to yourself, ask yourself the question, am I really hungry or not? So I hope this helps somebody out there who is having a binge eating or overeating problem, and I really, really hope this helps anybody out there who is, you know, suffering through this, because it is a problem, it is a disease for some people. So that's all I have for you guys today, and if you have any other questions, you guys can drop them down below in the comments. Like I always say, if you don't feel comfortable leaving it in the comments, you can always email me. It's always in the description, but it's tbabylove1234@gmail. If you don't have me on Instagram, that's tbabylove2. I always leave all my links in the description for you guys, and I appreciate every single one of you. Have a beautiful and blessed day.